What's up YouTube, Capo here, and welcome to week 8 of the RBL, as this week we're going to be going against the division rival, Joey, coach of the Minnesota Eon Twins, and this is a huge match. This is a huge match, because we've lost 2 battles in a row. We need to bounce back, we need to play to our best ability, and that's everyone that is coming onto this field, as you can tell. So what I'm bringing in today is Tornadus, same exact set from last time we battled, Superpower, Hurricane, and Hidden Power Ice, plus Roleplay just in case he brings Thunderous, which he did. Meloetta, standard set, it's going to be the Period form, Conch Elder, Rock Tomb to deal with Arcanine. Donphan is also another check to Arcanine, fully invested in defense, bold, and HP, so it should be able to take any hit that Arcanine wants to hit, plus it will allow me to scout out if it's Choice Banded, or Life Orb, or simply the defensive set, or something like that. Then we've got Sylveon, who is the Calm Mind, Psyshock, Hyper Voice, and Wish set. So just in case he wants to do anything cheeky with Thunderous, I can just simply click Hyper Voice and Calm Mind up, plus Wish. And then we've got our annoying Ferrothorn, who can set up spikes and a whole bunch of things. And my initial plan was to set up Stealth Rocks, spikes, and his team would not appreciate that. Conch Elder can sweep up, or Tornadus can do that too. So, or even Meloetta in its other form. It can do any of that. So before we get into the match, be sure to smash that like button, and if you enjoy what you see, be sure to subscribe. It means a lot to us, and we're pretty close to 100, so let's try to get to that goal of just getting to 100. And we're gonna jump right into the match. This is a huge match. We need the start. We need it really badly, and we need to play a really good solid game, because we're coming off of 2 losses in a row. We're 3-3. We need to pick up this win. If we lose, then we're in a bad position. We're going to be fighting for a playoff spot, and we need to be able to control our own destiny. So he leads off with Arcanine. I'm going to lead off with Tornadus. I got to switch out because I need Tornadus. Tornadus is huge in this match. Plus, I've got a check that is Babar. Babar can eat up anything this thing wants to do. Flare Blitz, no problem. But what do you know? We get a crit. This is the second time that Donphan gets either critted, burnt, or something of the above, and I'm like, damn it, Babar, why? Why did you do that? Why? So I'm gonna click Earthquake, because I figured, hey, most likely I'm gonna go down, and getting Earthquake damage on this thing would be nice. Plus, I put him at range where I can scout out if he has Morning Sun. So I'm gonna click Stealth Rocks next, because if he goes for Morning Sun, then I get my Stealth Rocks up. He doesn't have any defoggers or any way of getting rid of rocks, so that's pretty good on my part. And residual damage or free damage is always good damage, like I always say. So I get my rocks up, that's awesome. He has Morning Sun, that sucks, but in the long term this is gonna pay off later on, because I knock off any focus sashes or anything like that. So I'm okay with that. Babar did get critted, but he set up rocks, and that's what I needed the most. Rocks are going to be a huge part in this battle, because there is a Thunderous, and there's things that they don't get exactly one-shotted right away, but after rocks, they might. So I'm still fighting an uphill battle. I have to have someone that can take a hit from this monster of a beast. So I'm just going to click Rock Tomb. If he switches out, then I'm going to get something in speed lowered, and I can simply just click on Drain Punch. He gets the burn on the Flare Blitz, but thankfully this time I'm running the Guts Conch Elder, which means it's going to power me up, but I'm going to slowly whittle down to burn damage. And that sucks. That's not going to be good, because now I don't have anything I can really do anything to. So I figured, hey, I might need this Conch Elder for later on. I'm going to make the safe play, sort of, and go into Ouchie Mama, my Ferrothorn. And yeah, so we're gonna see how this works out, how it plays out. He goes for the Thunderbolt, and what do you know? He gets another crit. And I'm like, this is a huge match. Is this how it's gonna go down? The hack gods are upset with us. We've done something wrong. We failed something. So he's gonna end up going for a nasty plot, and I'm like, oh shoot. Please land Leech Seed, and I missed the Leech Seed. And oh boy. That was huge, because I won't be able to take down the Thunders if I don't have Leech Seed. because I need to get this thing at range of match punch from Conch Elder. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this thing's lefties. Has no way of recovering no more, and he's gonna actually keep on, or he's at +4, I believe. He's at +4. That easily does so much damage on me. I'm crying over here. At this moment, I figured I have lost this match. I can only change the differential, and I'm gonna play for the differential because it might pay off in the end. I'm not gonna give up right now, but it's looking pretty gloom. It's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. So I'm like, all right. Thankfully, I brought in a lot of special defensive mons that can actually take some hits quite well. And Meloetta is going to be able to take this hit because she is assault vested, get a bit of leech seed damage, and unfortunately, it's going to go down within the next turn. So if I this Meloetta can actually outspeed this thing when it's in its other form. So gets another crit there. That's just another crit, just to rub a bit of salt. And I'm like, all right, I gotta play risky. I'm gonna go for the roleplay. This is the second time we've seen roleplay, and I know roleplay is a really awesome move because he has a bunch of mons that have some great abilities. Goes for the Thunderbolt. I'm gonna eat it right up, and I'm gonna do a bit of damage on him. So now I'm pretty sure he's at range where the match punch from Conch Elder can actually take this thing out. So now I predict the Sludge Wave. I figured he would have Sludge Wave for my Sylveon. I like my Sylveon, I like to bring it, and he probably prepped for that. So I'm going to Ouchie Mama. Now this thing is definitely at range where if he switches out, it's going to die to rocks. If my Conch Elder comes in, it can go for a match punch and take it out with one hit. And thankfully, I'm not going to get swept by this thing. And that is huge in my eyes, but if we're looking at the bigger picture, I lost Ferrothorn, I lost Donphan, I'm about to lose this thing, Meloetta, and I've lost almost 4 things. This thing's gonna go down to burn damage because Drain Punch will not outspeed, or this thing will not outspeed anyone, not even this Venusaur. And for a moment, I did think about putting some Speed Ivies on this thing, but I decided last minute, like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna be put in this situation at all. And yeah, so this thing is gonna go down to Sludge Bomb. There is no way that I have any switch-ins anymore for it. Ferrothorn was sort of my check for this Mega Venusaur, but we don't have Ferrothorn anymore. And I'm like, alright, Hurricane, please hit. Thank you. Thank you for hitting. And it should go down. Life Orb, fully invested in special attack. I'm good. It's alright. I do believe I am of a speed nature, hasty. So Closet comes out and I'm like, all right, Hurricane one-shots this thing, but I messaged Joey after the battle and he said the crit did matter, so I'm really sorry about that. I also managed to hit my Hurricane for the second time in a row, and then Azelf comes out and I'm like, all right, I have a chance in this battle because Hurricane one-shots Azelf. And I'm just going to click Hurricane once again. I'm going to go for the Hurricane, hit my Hurricane, make sure he doesn't set up that sub. And I'm like, all right, Tornadus, you've done your job. You've done an awesome job. So my next play is he going to go for a substitute again, or is he going to go for attack? If he goes for an attack, he wins. He just wins. But if I go into Sylveon and he goes for a substitute, I have a chance of winning this battle. I have a better chance. So he actually goes for a substitute, and now Azelf is at range where Hyper Voice, uninvested Hyper Voice will take him down. This is just pure power from Sylveon. And Psyshock should only do around 70%, somewhere around there, which it does. And I'm like, all right, Hyper Voice, please take it down. Please take it down. If it hadn't taken it down, I would have been in a horrible position. So thankfully, Sylveon takes down Azelf. And I'm like, all right, last mon, it's in my court that I can possibly win this battle. If he goes for Earthquake, he might lock himself into Earthquake. He goes for the Earthquake, I'm like, all right, did he lock himself into Earthquake? Because that would be a bit weird. But it ends up he is the life orb set with Moxie, and I'm like, oh boy. I think he won, because Sucker Punch just takes me down. He wins. So I click Superpower, I outspeed it, no Sucker Punch, and we actually knocked this thing out. Boy, what a battle. What a emotional battle. This was one of the most intense battles that I've ever had. Thank you so much, Joey, for having this battle with me. It sucks that there was hacks at the very start. There were some harsh hacks, and even at the end there were some hacks that went in my favor, but ultimately this was a battle that I could have easily given up on and managed to stay in it somehow thanks to a lot of luck. I think a lot of this was a bit of skill, but a lot of it was luck, because I hit all those hurricanes. I managed to get that crit on the cluster, and we're gonna be officially going 4-3. Now we have our own destiny in our own hands, and that is huge, because we're gonna keep pushing for the playoffs. And this was a defining moment in the Staraptors season. If we do make the playoffs, we're gonna be looking at this battle and be like, you know what, we managed to pull that off. We managed to get the W against a very good opponent, against a divisional rival, and that's why we're in the playoffs. So I don't know what else to say about it, but it was a really awesome battle. I enjoyed it so much. This was one of the battles that I loved and hated the most, because it was just so it was a roller coaster of emotions, that's for sure. A box of emotions. But next week we got to move on to the next week battle. We're going to be going against another divisional rival, that being the Carolina Pirates, coached by Mr. Sir Grape. And once again, if we lose this battle, we're in a tough decision, because we're going to be battling for a wildcard spot. And if we win the battle, we have our own destiny in our own hands. So every week it's going to be that. It's going to be a bit of a broken tape recorder, but that's what it's going to sound like. So we're going to do our best to prep for it. Last time we battled them, we got a pretty nice 5-0 victory against them, but they're going to be prepping a lot more. They know how big the match is, and we're going to prep as much. So be sure to smash that like button. If you guys enjoyed this battle, be sure to smash that like button. Show your support for Joey. He created an awesome team, and by all means, he's an awesome battler. He always brings his A game. And if you guys enjoyed this sort of content and want to see more of it, simply subscribe and just keep following us. It means a lot to us, and we definitely see it on the channel. It definitely gives us a lot of inspiration. But I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching. This is Cap, signing off.